Every 2 years, Amnesty International gives its Human Rights Award to people or organizations campaigning for human rights in difficult circumstances. This year's winner is Henri TIphagne. He is the founder of People's Watch, one of India's most notable human rights groups. His organization has been documenting human rights violations in India for more than 20 years and giving legal representation to people affected by rights violations. Amnesty International said that by giving Mr. TIphagne this award, they are showing support for the whole human rights movement in India. And we have the privilege of being joined by him this afternoon in our studio. Sir, we want to find out from you, what inspired you to create this organization?
Well, I have been an activist from 1980 onwards. I've engaged myself with the People's Union for Civil Liberties, working for the protection of civil liberties in the country. But it was in Vienna in the year 1993 that I learned from the experience of Latin American countries and Africa, where the NGOs were extremely successful in monitoring the human rights violations of the state and thereby bringing in changes in the human rights records of their respective countries.
Have you experienced that success in India? You monitor discrimination, you monitor the use of torture, especially in India. Has there been progress on those fronts?
Of course, on discrimination, particularly on caste discrimination, however much we might cry foul, there have been changes on the ground. It has become an international issue. The EU has taken it up, the United Nations have taken it up, various special rapporteurs have taken it up, and the country is becoming more and more sensitive to the issue. There are changes in the law, and the implementation is becoming much better. It's not sufficient, but there are changes. On torture, however, the same change cannot be spoken of. In torture, unfortunately, the situation is bad. We have ratified the UN Convention in 1997. We are yet to ratify we have signed the convention, we have yet to ratify the convention. We don't have a law preventing torture, although our Supreme Court bans torture through all its judgments. There's a lot to be gained on the issue of torture.
So a lot to be gained. Do you think that winning this award will make a difference? How important is this to you?
Of course it will make a change. The visibility of human rights defenders and women human rights defenders in the country will improve. I have received this award on everybody's behalf, not on my own behalf. And I think it is time for companies investing in India from Germany to understand that it is important for them to promote change through human rights education in our schools. And that is something that they can do through corporate social responsibility in India.
So you are here with a call to action from corporations as well that are investing in India. That's very interesting. We would love to know, just briefly, perhaps some of your experiences with authorities there in India. Have yourself or your colleagues experienced harassment? How is it to work with them?
Well, the usual effort by authorities is to register false cases against you, to hamper your movement. But I think for many of us, this clamping on locking up our resources in the banks through what was known as the suspension of our FCRA accounts was what was gruesome, because we had to lose 100 staff. We had to close down our rehabilitation center, close down our program of human rights education in schools for over 500,000 children. That was massive. But we gained strength. We are back into action. We have resurrected, as we say.
Henri TIphagne, we congratulate you on your award from Amnesty International. You are the head of People's Watch in India. We thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us this afternoon.
Thank you.